introduce myself?
No.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Singletrack magazine and Friday afternoon on the couch, Fresh Goods Friday. We're going to chat about some of the cool stuff that's come into the office this week. We have Hannah here, Chips, Ross, and Andy. Say hello to everyone.
Hello.
And we're basically going to run you through some of the stuff that's been going on in the office this week, what we've got going on next week, over the weekend, and we've also got some goodies here that we're going to run you through. Mark is going to be monitoring comments, so if you've got any questions for us, if you want to join in the conversation, then please, by all means, do that. Now, Andy here and Ross actually got out this week. You may have seen on the website on singletrackworld.com this week, they got an exclusive, a world exclusive first look. What did you guys check out? Where were you and what were you doing?
Well, we went up to Hathersage, is it?
Yes.
And we went to the Alpkit store there, and we rode a few Sonda bikes. So we tried out I rode the Transmitter Carbon. You rode the
Evo, the new-ish, launched in December, 140 trail bike.
Yeah, the new full suspension trail bike.
Yeah, which is their first full suspension trail bike. And we also got a good look at their new proto bike, which is their new 120 2.9 trail bike, basically. Yeah, which is good fun, good looking bike.
Yeah, it's got a curvy frame set up front.
Yep.
29-inch wheels, 2.6-inch tires. Looks spot on for like peak riding and Lake District riding.
This is the kind of, it's like a raw aluminium frame, isn't it?
That's right, yeah.
Silver colour.
So it's the first one, really. So it's the first kind of mule, if you like, they've had made. So there's still a few tweaks to be done. But yeah, Neil, who's the designer, and he seems to like it. Yeah,
he was flying now. It was really going for it, fast.
Yeah,
really
yeah,
fast.
It was good. We rode some pretty like flat out, wide open typical Peak District, fairly wide bridle way, but rocky. Yeah, he was a quick guy. Yeah, it was good fun.
He knows how to handle a bike. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I've ridden with him before.
Yeah, really good.
Or tried to ride with him before. Yeah.
So yeah, all good. So yeah, some new stuff, some current stuff that we rode. Had a good chat about. Got a lot of upcoming plans as well for other stuff they're doing, apparel, clothing, all sorts of stuff.
A few new components coming out too, isn't there?
Yeah. So
Cool.
yeah, all good.
Yeah, well, they're only just over 2 years old now. 3 years this year. I think?
2 or 3 years old.
I think it's 3 years at London Bike Show in February.
Yeah. I mean, chatting with them and the marketing guys and other things, they've kind of more than doubled their turnover as such within a couple of years, and they've got plans already for basically growing even more. Mm-hmm. They've got the new shops that are opening to give them a new audience. So yeah, it's interesting. Nice guys to meet. They do a lot of the stuff they do with like the bike packing, a lot of their bags and things are all made in the UK. Yeah. They offer the shop in Hathersage. If you've got any of their stuff and you rip it or you bust a zip, you go in there and they'll repair it for you. They've got an on-site repair shop and stuff. So it's really cool, yeah. Right. Nice guys.
Cool. Well, if you want to get a closer look at the proto bike, I think it's called at the moment, jump on singletrackworld.com. I think the story went live last night.
Yep.
Exclusive first look at Sonda's new prototype 29er full suspension bike. What about you, Chips? What have you been up to? What's been going on?
Oh yeah, had a bit of a lurg this week, so sorry about that.
Yeah.
We are travelling at great velocity towards the next magazine deadline. So there's been much rushing around, and was out last weekend doing a bike test photo shoot in the glorious sunshine and sub-zero temperatures. That was quite a nice combo. And
What are you testing for the new issue?
Fully rigid hardtails. So
Are they hardtails though if they're fully rigid?
they're fully rigid at the front. They're
Fully rigid hardtail at the front. I'm asking that because I know someone's going to ask you. It's not a hardtail if it's rigid at the front. So I'm just jumping in there to clarify that.
Well, if it was a hardtail, that would imply that the tail is hard, but not the front, not the head.
Basically, you're testing 3 rigid bikes.
Bikes with rigid forks and no rear suspension.
Yes, but they have tyre suspension.
They do have tyre suspension, and we've got 2 27.5 plus bikes and a 29 plus bike. That's from Surly, and the other 2 bikes are from Pinnacle and Kona. Mm-hmm. It's been really interesting riding them, just as a good sort of antidote to all the sort of newer, bigger, more carbon, full suspension craziness. These are pared down, simple bikes for riding, and in some cases would make a really good winter bike for the price of a pair of wheels for your fancy carbon machine, you could get a whole bike and ride it all winter and nothing's going to wear out really. Or for sort of big long adventures, there's nothing to go wrong, very little to go wrong. So yeah, it's going to be quite interesting to see how those all come out in the end.
Very good.
Pictures are really nice, and yeah, so apart from that, lots of head down typing. Yes.
Just like that.
Yeah.
What about you, Hannah? What have you been up to this week? Anything exciting?
I'm not sure if it's exciting, but I've been riding to work. So,
Yay.
yes, it's good. Yeah, it's.
On what bike? What have you been riding?
I've ridden 3 different bikes actually this week. So I borrowed an old Surly cross-check from Anthony.
Nice.
Which was quite heavy because he had all the panniers and all the racks and everything on. But yeah, had a trundle down the valley on that. And then I had a play out on the white 909. Review of that coming soon. And then I've been riding my new test bike for Grit CX. So that's a Pinnacle Arcos with an Alpine 8 on it. So it's been really interesting. My first.
That's the internal gear hub on the back.
Yeah, my first experience of the Alpine, and it's really good. Yeah, it's nice. Like it. It's nice and silent, and coming on the canal, which isn't too minging and horrible at the minute, but yeah, there's no like derailers and stuff to get manky.
Good for this time of year then.
Yeah, yeah. So
and summer and autumn and spring.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting. Obviously I just started riding it, but I'll have a closer look on Grit CX soon.
Cool.
And but it's £1,000 for this bike. So for a commuter where you can kind of get lost on it as well, I think it's got some potential. Yeah.
Very cool, very cool. So grit.cx, Hannah will be reviewing the Pinnacle Arcos? Arcos?
Arcos, yeah. I'm never sure how you pronounce these things.
Arcos?
Yeah.
If you know how to pronounce that correctly, please let us know. I've been running around in circles a lot this week. Like Chips, I'm doing a test for the upcoming issue of Singletrack magazine. We got in some new kicks from Shimano. Chips is going to take you through a flat pair soon. I've been riding the new AM9s. These are brand new. So the AM9's been around for a little while, but Shimano's just unveiled, or production has just arrived, I should say. They were unveiled at Fort William back in June last year. But they're finally available. So these are kind of the top of the range gravity SPD compatible boots. So we've got cleats on the bottom here. Nice grippy sole, which hasn't changed a whole lot. Cleat runs really far back on the shoe, which is kind of nice. They've got that storm flap, so they're sort of, I guess the spiritual successor to the old AM45 moon boots, but a lot lighter, a lot more slimline. They've got speed laces, which are great because I'm always in a hurry and I need to do things quickly. So they're no regular laces, these just, because
you just can't actually tie your laces, can you?
No, I think it's 2018 and it's just, come on, like get with the times.
This is the person wearing slippers.
Yes, we like to be comfortable here, don't we? These, I'm just going to give you a quick run through because I've got 16 pedals here. I've got 8 pairs of pedals. So these are all, I don't know if you want to get a bit of a look at these, Mark, but we've got 8 pairs of pedals here. These are all platform clip pedals, clip-in pedals, not clipless, because they have clips. So let's get this straight. They're not clipless pedals, they're clip-in pedals. So all of these are kind of, a lot of downhillers will race on these, but trail riders use them as well because you get more stability, particularly with a shoe like this, where it's got a bit of flexibility in the sole and a nice rubber sole. You get more contact here. You've also got a bigger platform to aim for. So if you're not clipped in and you have to rest your foot on top of the pedal body, rather than having a little lollipop stick kind of cleat pedal body, you've got a big platform there you can kind of dance around on for a bit before you eventually clip in. That's the theory anyway. So we've got HT X2s, we've got Time ATAC DH4s, we've got Nuke Proof Horizon CLs. We have the fun Ripper pedals. These were released at Eurobike. Huge platform on these guys. We've got the new Crank Brothers Mallet DH Race. These have been slightly refined over the previous version. They've sort of got chiseled ends on here, so when your shoe's on top here, this leading edge here kind of, in theory, should glance off rocks, and given the marks on these pedals, I think they're working. DMR V-twins. in everyone's favorite color. That is fantastic. These are quite interesting because you can build up the shim height on these so that you get better contact with your shoe. We've also got Expedo GFXs. These are a surprising pedal because I've not experienced riding with these before. And they're quite interesting. You'll have to tune into the group test to find out the results. And last but certainly not least, the prototype brand new Shimano Saints. So the first time that Shimano has ever done a Saint SPD clip-in pedal, and we've been hanging out for these again since Fort William when they were announced. And yeah, very, very interesting experience that we're having with these at the moment because whenever anything from Shimano with a Saint label gets brought out, it's kind of a big deal. So yes, so those are the 16 pedals that I've been riding around in circles all week, clipping in and clipping out and just dancing around on the trail and kind of trying different cleat setups and pin setups and shims and all sorts of stuff. So it's been very, very interesting and very tiring as well. So that's basically been my week. Yeah.
I don't think you'll get much sympathy from our viewers, to be quite honest.
I have to be riding.
Oh, you had to ride your bike.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So pull some other heartstrings.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. And all right, so you've got a bit of an idea of what we've been up to. Now, speaking of shoes,
It's a bit of a foot fetish week, this actually, isn't
it
it?
has been indeed.
Yeah.
If you're not into clip-in pedals, that's okay because Shimano's released some new flat pedal shoes. And also some flat pedals too, but we're going to have a look at the GR7, aren't they?
These are the new Shimano GR7. They're in Fresh Goods today.
Yes, yeah, they are
Fresh Goods
indeed.
Friday today. They are. They come in this none more dull grey, which, to be fair, once they've had one ride, they start looking pretty good.
Yes.
So
I like grey.
there's grey, and this grey just like absorbs all the light.
It does.
No,
It does.
but yeah, they soon wear in, especially after your friends have stamped on them in the traditional British school style. But these have good old-fashioned laces, so infinitely adjustable, which I do. There are people
That's
don't
a great feature, isn't it?
people don't give
Infinite
laces
adjustment.
laces the credit they deserve. I rate laces are fantastic inventions.
I totally agree.
If only you could tie them.
In a beautiful colour as well. They have a scree guard as well, which I think your shoes don't.
They do not.
So obviously, no scree allowed there.
Well, just to clarify, so there's the GR9 and the AM9. So the GR is the flat pedal version, the AM is the clip pedal version. The GR9 and the AM9 use exactly the same upper. It's just the sole that changes with the clip-in mechanism. There is an AM7 which uses the same lace-up upper like that, but obviously with a clip-in.
Infinitely adjustable.
Yes, the infinitely adjustable lace.
So this kind of feature is really handy. You see it a lot in cross-country running shoes and stuff. Really handy for, especially with laces once you've spent ages doing them up, if you will, and then you get.
We don't have laces in Australia, okay?
They haven't invented them there yet. Anyway, moving on to the.
Yeah, tell us about the. Yeah, that's it. Japanese safety boots. Tell us about the soles.
So
These are very sticky kind of rubber.
These
aren't
are sticky rubber. They've been co-developed by with Michelin. We have a handy flat pedal here. This is really not the most scientific test in the world, but
I think it's a great test.
But hey, look.
Holding.
Over
Beyond
centre, over centre.
No.
Wow.
Whoa! That's witchcraft. How are you doing? That's a good test.
Quite grippy, aren't you?
Yeah, made of geckos.
Wow, it melted down so many geckos. Poor geckos. Anyway, we're really looking forward to getting these out on the trails as well. Obviously, the usual sort of American-style engineer understanding of grip needed on a. So once you're off the bike, you'll need grip for getting up, slopes and things. So we put this really knobbly heel grip and this incredible stuff that'll bite through the mud
dust.
there. Yeah. Any slight. So Yes, but just stay on your bike and you'll be fine. I think it's,
There you go. Yeah.
um,
Do you think they'll be able to rival 510s? Because that's kind of the benchmark for a lot of flat pedal shoes.
there's definitely the same kind of feel, perhaps not quite as quietly sound absorbing, sticky as 510s, but pretty getting on there. It's a bit like reminds me of the Tevas, which were
The
really,
Lynx.
which were
Yeah.
really good. Not quite as grippy as 510. You could actually move your foot if you wanted to, unlike being welded. Well, although who knows? Should we try it again? The geckos have melted.
It's pretty cold in this room, though. I don't think the rubber's warmed up yet. Yeah.
It's not bad.
Might need to heat them up first.
And one thing, those particular shoes come in a women-specific last as well.
They
So,
do. The GR7Ws, I think.
Yeah, so if
they
you've
might
got
be called.
narrower feet.
And on the subject of shoes, if you throw that at me.
Oh yes, please have it back.
So these are specialised new winter boots, the new version Defroster. A lot of the fast riders are out there right now, pounding the miles.
You mean like me?
Like you, like Hannah, they're out there doing the
I
miles
was
in
going
the
to ask
dark and
who's
the cold.
Where are they pounding the miles?
They're doing a lot of riding in the dark on the trails.
Okay.
And while this style of boot may not be very sexy, they do keep your feet warm. There's no vents.
No. Ross thought it was pretty sexy before.
He did.
Yeah, but
That was a weekend sexy.
Off the bike.
But one great feature about these is they've got what looks like a grey panel, which is actually fully reflective, and we have Mark holding the stunt light
Is
there.
it showing anything, or I don't know if
And,
I've got a flashlight on here as well. Maybe not.
So when you are out riding in the country lanes, that probably makes huge amounts of difference.
Look at that. It's a bit closer than his silly flashlight. Anyway, you get the
So,
idea.
a bit more safety, and tons of waterproofness and insulation. So and grippy rubber, which is always helpful.
Yes.
And
it
there's a little
certainly
tiny loop on the front, which I only just spotted before, and I didn't know what it was for. But you do.
That's so you can. Good try.
Is it
They're
for
so you
gaiters?
can attach gaiters.
Yeah.
So you can have like full
all the wet weather.
Ross style. You can
I do actually have some gators.
see.
Weekend gaiters.
Leather.
So
Right.
so you do, boots don't fill with snow or baked beans if you
Yeah.
if you go to Ross's club.
Wow.
It's a bit of
Moving
Anyway.
right along. Yeah, okay. Well, we'd love to hear what you think. Some of the new shoes that we've got here on show that have been in Fresh Goods Friday. They were actually in Fresh Goods Friday last week, the defrosters, I think. Or the week before or something. Last week. Anyway, winter boots, perhaps. New flat pedal shoes from Shimano. Or new sort of gravity-based clip-in AM9s that we've got there. Let us know what you're into and what floats your boat.
And what you're doing for the weekend?
Yes, we've got plans. It's Friday afternoon, at least here it is in the UK, and we'd love to know what you're doing for the weekend. Andy, have you got any plans for this weekend? Are you doing anything exciting? Are you
yes.
riding a bike?
I will
or-
ride my bike.
Yes. What bike and whereabouts? Hold the microphone a bit. Thank you.
No,
That's
it's
good.
okay. I can speak. Hello. Yes, it's good. I'm going to ride my. I don't know. A production privy. one
Three?
of them. I got 4.
4.
Yeah, I've got 4. 26, 27, 29, number 5.
30.
And the
Oh, well, yes, there you go.
a prototype.
No. Yeah, so yeah, probably one of those. And I might wash my hair.
That would be a great idea.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
Definite.
Is it the feel or the smell?
It's
that's-
really knotty. It's like, my wife keeps asking, should we get a cat? And I'm just worried that it will just choke on my hair. So we don't get a cat. There you go.
Yeah, I
Little
think that's a
insight
valid
into
reason.
The world of Andy.
I think that's a really valid reason.
Yeah, well, yeah. Can you imagine waking up in the The cat. And there you go. That's why we don't get a cat.
Okay, sounds like a great weekend plan for Andy. What about you, Ross? Are you up to anything this weekend?
No clubs this weekend.
No clubs.
No,
Okay.
I don't know. I'd like to try and ride bikes, but I'm already committed to taking my fairer better half shopping for her birthday, apparently.
Oh, happy birthday out there.
Yes, so that will involve walking around Manchester, hopefully then drinking beer and eating tapas,
Great.
pretending to go shopping and be tolerant. Yeah.
Pretending to be tolerant.
Yeah, well, yeah. it won't last very long. There will be an excuse. I'll find a way. I'll get a headache and have to sit in a darkened bar or something for a while.
She's probably watching.
Yeah. Good, do some work. And then hopefully I may try and sneak out for a Sunday afternoon ride.
Just sneak one in there.
Providing obviously I'm still alive after what I've just said.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
But no, that's it. And then, look forward to next week.
Very good.
And, another week of fun.
Cool.
Yeah.
What about you, Chips? What are you up to this weekend?
Tomorrow I'm doing a take your local teenager mountain biking ride.
Okay.
Isn't that a thing? Our young
Maybe you should put on the.
So Lachlan, who lives a few doors down the road from us, got given a orange clockwork for Christmas.
Cool.
And he's very excited about it, but he doesn't know where to go riding. So my girlfriend and I are going to take him out riding and show him some of the local trails, and that's going to be great.
Fantastic. That sounds.
Who knows what's going on?
Fantastic.
So that's going to be fun. And then Sunday, I think, is going to be... It's going to be a longer bike ride. I might even try some of these.
Cool. All right.
Hannah.
You up to much this weekend? You're about to explode, aren't you?
I have no idea what I'm doing this weekend.
Wow.
I don't really know what Ross is laughing at either.
Oh, when he tells you, it's going to be hilarious.
I'm struggling to breathe.
Okay, all right. You're excused then.
Can we finish?
Okay, we can. All right, what am I up to this weekend? I'm probably going to go ride around in some more circles, test some pedals. And then Sunday, I'm going to go to Manchester. No shopping, but I'm going to go play mini golf. Crazy. Do you call it crazy golf in this country?
Crazy golf.
Okay, we call it mini golf because it's the same but smaller.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
crazy.
Crazy,
Depends.
crazy and mini.
Oh, they're
Exactly.
two different
Yeah,
types.
two different things. Yeah.
Ah, right.
Crazy is like tunnels and windmills and stuff.
Yeah.
And mini is just green stuff. Yeah, mini's just green stuff.
Great. Okay. Well, we're gonna. I think it's crazy golf, and it's like basically being inside a nightclub, and so there's like. Yeah. So there's like fluoro stuff and tunes going, and you just get smashed and play golf. So, yeah.
Could be dangerous about that.
No, it'll be fine. So that'll be Sunday, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Really gearing up for the new issue, testing lots of
Yes.
stuff. So deadline is very close. Ah! So we'll, if people are trying to email us and you don't hear from us, you'll know why. But anyway, we hope you're up to lots of exciting stuff this weekend. Please let us know what you're up to in the comments section below. We hope you've enjoyed this discussion, this panel, this very enlightening kind of discussion that we've had here. We've learnt a lot of things today. It's been absolutely fantastic. So we hope you've enjoyed. We hope you've had a fantastic Friday afternoon. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you next week, guys. Bye. Tooroo.